When did helping someone completely destroy your life? My best friend from high school called me at 2 a.m. on a Tuesday, crying so hard I could barely understand her. She said she needed a place to stay, just for a week or two. Her boyfriend kicked her out and she had nowhere else to go. I didn't even hesitate. We'd been friends since we were 12, passing notes in math class and sharing lunch when one of us forgot ours. I cleared out my tiny spare room that was really just my home office. I put sheets on the pull-out couch and emptied a drawer in the bathroom for her stuff. When she showed up, her eyes were puffy and she only had one duffel bag. She hugged me so tight and whispered thank you over and over. The first few days were actually fun, like a sleepover. We stayed up late watching movies, and she even cooked dinner one night, her famous mac and cheese with the crispy breadcrumb topping. But then I noticed small things. My favorite sweater disappeared from the laundry. My phone charger wasn't where I left it. My boyfriend came over for dinner and mentioned she was texting him questions about me. A week turned into a month. She stopped looking for apartments. When I asked about it, she'd get teary-eyed and say the market was too expensive, or applications were rejected, or some other excuse. I started finding empty wine bottles hidden under the couch. Once, I came home early from work and caught her wearing my clothes, taking selfies in my bedroom mirror. My boyfriend told me she called him late one night, asking if he could pick her up because she was stranded. When he got there, she wasn't stranded at all. She was at a bar, drunk, and tried to kiss him. He pushed her away and told me immediately. When I confronted her, she cried and said he was lying, that he had been flirting with her for weeks. I almost believed her. Then my sister's wedding invitation disappeared from the fridge. On the big day, I was getting ready to leave when my friend came out wearing a dress identical to mine, the one I had shown her while picking outfits. "We can be twins," she said, smiling like it was the most normal thing in the world. At the reception, she told everyone we'd been roommates for years. She knew all my family stories and told them like they were hers. My aunt asked why I never mentioned this best friend before. My mom pulled me aside and whispered, "Something's not right with that girl." That night, I couldn't sleep. I checked my email on my phone and realized I was still logged into her account from when she'd borrowed my phone. There was an email draft addressed to my boyfriend. She had written out a detailed story about how I was unstable, how I'd been stealing her things, how she was worried about me, and how they should talk about what to do without me knowing. The next morning, I woke up early. I packed all her things while she was still sleeping. I called her parents, who she claimed weren't speaking to her, and they sounded confused, said they'd been trying to reach her for months. When she finally woke up, I put her bag by the door and showed her the email. She didn't cry or argue. She just smiled in this empty way and said, "You'll miss me when I'm gone." She's been gone 3 weeks now. My boyfriend changed his number. I installed a new deadbolt. Yesterday, my neighbor told me someone who looked just like me was asking for a spare key to my apartment. Sometimes when the phone rings and no one speaks, I know it's her. I've learned that some friendships aren't about connection, they're about consumption, and I almost let myself get eaten alive.